Hello everyone, this is Ahmed Ghaffar and I am a student of BS Journalism. Today I am making this video to showcase that I completed the course of project man the, the Google course of project management through Coursera. And first of all, let's talk about project management. What is project management really? So, project management is the backbone of successful projects, ensuring that goals are met on time and within budget in the within the budget. And in this course, I learned the essentials of project management, including planning, executing, and closing projects. And it is very important to learn how to properly plan and execute and close the projects in project management if you want to work further in the field of project management. And in my opinion, project management is really important, and it also helps us with our daily life as well, to discipline ourselves and to know how basically everything is a project that we do in our daily life, and how to manage our families, our kids, our jobs, everything. So it is really important. Even if you're not in the field, it teaches you a lot. So let's get into it and look at the course. And as you guys can see that the Google Project Management course is in the completed section, as I have completed it, and it consists of 6 articles, which are foundations of project management, and the second one is project initiation, starting a successful project, and the third one is project planning, putting it all together, and the fourth one is project execution, running the project. The fifth one is agile project management, and the sixth one and the most important one, which is capstone, applying project management in the real world. So what we're gonna do, oh, as you guys can see that all of them are marked green, which means that I have completed them all. And you guys can see that it says completed on every single one of them with a certificate that I got. And we're gonna look at the first one right now, which is for foundations of project management. Let's review it right now. So as you guys can see that uh, the certificate is just loading right now. Let's wait for it. So as you guys can see that I received a grade of 93.97% in the first article of Google Project Management course, which is Foundations of Project Management. So basically this uh, article consisted of 4 modules, and the first one is embarking on a career in project management, and the second one is becoming an effective project manager. And in this, you will learn how project managers add value to organizations and to their teams, what the role and responsibilities of a project manager entail, and what core skills a project manager needs to be successful. So, exploring how a project manager adds value, and then the introduction, becoming an effective project manager, the value of a project manager, path to becoming a project manager, how project managers impact organizations. It was a reading which could be done in about 15 to 20 minutes at maximum, and it really helps as you can read it by yourself and understand it really better. So then there's the practice quiz. It is relevant project management roles in companies. As you guys can see that the practice quizzes are not that necessary, but it does really help you for the last for the grade quiz, which is the module challenge. It really prepares you for it. So learning more about project manager roles and responsibilities, key project manager roles and responsibilities, identify project opportunities and tasks. It was an ungraded plugin. Responsibilities that utilize interpersonal skills. A project manager's role within a team, working with cross-functional teams. A day in the life of a project manager. It was a video of 3 minutes. Test your knowledge. It was a practice quiz as well. I completed it at acquiring the core skills of a successful project manager. Alright, so the core skills of a project manager, key key competencies, flexibility and handling ambiguity, and a practice quiz again. Then a discussion prompt, a reading, and as you guys can see that I have completed every single thing: the videos, the readings, the practice quizzes, the ungraded plugins, the activities, and the most important of all, the module challenge, which is a great quiz. And as you guys can see in the second module challenge great quiz, I received a grade of 90.90%, and it consisted of 11 questions. Let's move on to the third module right now. So as you guys can see, the third module is the project management life cycle and methodologies. In this, you will learn about the phases of the project life cycle, what tasks they involve, and why it is important to complete them. You will also learn about the different project management methodologies and approaches, and which is most effective for a given project. Understanding the project life cycle, introduction, the project management life cycle and methodologies, exploring the phases of project life cycle, the significance of each project phase, and then a practice quiz analyzing the different project phases in action, initiating and planning, phases in action, executing and closing, which is really important. And as we talked earlier, that in project management it is really important to learn how to plan and execute and close a project. Summary of the project phases: identify phases of the project life cycle. It was an ungraded plugin. It had a timer of 30 minutes. You can complete it really early. To test your knowledge, analyzing the different project phases, comparing project management methodologies and approaches, introduction to project management methodologies, overview of waterfall and agile, comparing waterfall and agile approaches, evaluating approaches, introduction to lean and six sigma methodologies, common project management approaches and how to select one. The project management life cycle and methodologies. And the most important of all, you guys can look at the module 3 challenge quiz, which is a graded quiz, and I received a grade of 100%, and it consisted of 10 questions. Let's move on to the fourth module. Here you guys can see that it says organizational structure and culture. You will learn about common organizational structures and how they impact project management, how organizational culture impacts project management, and how a project manager contributes to the change management process. Optionally, you can start to develop your strategy and professional network to help you prepare for your job search. So, understanding organizational culture, understanding the impact of organizational culture, understanding change management, and this was optional: pursuing your new career. This is the course review, foundations of project management, and the module 4 challenge graded quiz. As you guys can see that I received a grade of 97.50%, and it consisted of 10 questions as well. So here you guys can see that we are done with the first article, which was foundation of project management. And here is my name. It says Ahmed Abdul Ghaffar. Let's move on to let's move on to the second article, which is project initiation, starting a successful project, and review it right now. As you guys can see, this is a certificate from Google, and it is a course certificate. It says my name on it, Ahmed Abdul Ghaffar, and it says that I have completed the project initiation, starting a successful project. In this article, I received a grade of 96.92%. This article consisted of four modules as well, and this is fundamentals of project initiation, and it says that all grade assessments have been completed. You will learn how the program is structured, understand the significance of project's initiation phase, and describe its key components, and understand how to determine a project's benefits and costs. Getting started with the course, understanding the key components of project initiation. Let's move on to the second module very fast. And it says defining project goals, scope, and success criteria. You will learn how to define, create measurable project goals and deliverables, how to define project scope, differentiate among tasks that are in scope and out of scope, and avoid scope creep, and how to define and measure a project success criteria, identifying project goals, and defining project scope, measuring a project success, reviewing, defining project goals and success goals, scope, and success criteria. So in this, you guys can see that the introduction, defining project goals, scope, and success criteria. It was a video determining project goals and deliverables, smart goals, making goals meaningful, and there's a discussion prompt, formal project goals. I've completed that as well. Then introduction to OKRs and creating OKRs for your project, optional activity. It was a practice quiz. Create OKRs for your project. We had to create an OKR by ourselves, and then we're gonna move on to the third module over here, which is working effectively with stakeholders. You will learn how to define project roles and responsibilities, complete a stakeholder analysis, and utilize RACI charts to define and communicate project team member responsibilities, exploring project team roles and responsibilities, completing stakeholder analysis, stakeholder interviews. It was an great plugin, an activity so that we don't get bored while learning. It says complete a stakeholder analysis in Power Grid. Then a practice quiz assigning project team roles and responsibilities, elements of RCI chart, building out a RCI chart. It was a reading, it really explained it really well. So to learn how to build an RSCI chart is really important in project management. And as you guys can see that there's a quiz which is graded, and it was an activity. I received a grade of 100% in that. And then we're gonna move on to the fourth module over here, which is utilizing resources and tools for a project success. You will learn the typical resources needed to manage a project. Recognize the importance of clear and consistent project documentation. Understand the key components of project proposals and charters. Develop a project charter and evaluate various project management tools to meet project needs. Understanding project resource needs, developing documentation for project kickoff, evaluating tools to meet project needs. And as you guys can see, the model 4 challenge, it says that I have received a grade of 96%, and the quiz consisted of 10 questions. And as you guys can see that we have completed the second one over here. Let's move on to the third article, which is project planning, putting it all together. Let's review that for you guys. And as you guys can see that I have completed this course with a grade of 96%, which is project planning, putting it all together. And the first module is beginning the planning phase. You will learn how the course is structured, the benefits of planning and key components of the planning phase, the difference between tasks and milestones, and how to set milestones. Getting started with the course, understanding the planning phase components, defining tasks and milestones, review beginning the planning phase, This article consisted of 5 modules, and we're going to look at them right now. The second module says building a project plan. You will learn why a project plan is necessary and what components it contains, how to create accurate time estimates and why they are important, and which tools and best practices to use to build a project plan. Getting started with a project plan, using estimation to set project timelines, utilizing tools to build a project plan, review building a project plan. And the second module grade quiz, I got a grade of 97.50%, and it consisted of 10 questions. Let's move on to the third module really. And as you guys can see, it says managing budgeting and procurement. You will learn what the components of project budget are, how the budgeting process works, and how to manage a project budget. You will also explore how the procurement process works, what documentation is necessary, and how to obtain support and avoid ethical conflicts during the process. Understanding project budgets and managing a project budget, introduction to procurement, navigating procurement challenges, and then managing budgeting and procurement. In the module 3 challenge credit quiz, I received 100%, 100%, and it consisted of 10 questions. Let's move on to the fourth module. It says managing risks effectively. You will learn what risk management is and how it can help prevent project failure, what tools can help identify and manage risks, how to identify this different types of risks and measure their impact on a project, and how to use a risk management plan to communicate and resolve risks. Understanding risk management, identify and assessing risks, mitigating and communicating risks, review managing risks effectively. And in the Module 4 Challenge Grade Quiz, I received a grade of 90%, and it also consisted of 10 questions. And as you guys can see, that everything has been marked green and it says complete with a green marking and a tick, which means I have completed every single thing: the videos, the practice quizzes, the readings, the ungraded plugins, the activities, and the most important of all, the grade quizzes, which is really important. Let's move on to the fifth module, organizing communication and documentation. You will learn the elements of simple communication plan and how to draft and manage one. Why documentation helps create project team visibility and accountability. How to organize documents in one central place, and how to prepare for a job search by documenting experience and highlighting transferable skills. Creating an effective communication plan, documenting project planning resources, optional, this is optional, preparing for a job search, and then the course review. And as you guys can see, module 5 challenge grade quiz, I received 95%. And then we move on to the fourth, which is project execution, running the project. As you guys can see in this, I have received 91.34%, and this is the certificate for it. And introduction to project execution, you will learn how the course is structured with us, what aspects of a project to track and how to track them. You will also learn how to effectively manage changes, dependencies, and risks, and how to communicate critical risks to stakeholders. And tracking and measuring project progress, managing changes, risks, and dependencies, communicating issues to stakeholders, introduction to project execution. And the module 1 challenge quiz says that I received 100%, I believe. This was the longest article, which consisted of 6 modules: quality management and continuous improvement. We learn how to manage quality using various techniques, understanding quality management, pursuing continuous improvement, using retrospectives of projects success, and review the quality management and continuous improvement. And the Model 2 challenge grade quiz I received 85%, which is not really nice. Let's move on to the third one. It says data informed decision making, gathering data for project, prioritizing and analyzing data, presenting and visualizing data, review data informed decision making. I received 97% in its quiz. Let's move to the fourth module. Leadership and influencing skills, cultivating effective teams, effective project leaderships, the elements of influencing, leadership and influencing skills. And then the Model 4 challenge quiz, I received 95%. Let's move to the fifth one. Effective project communication, communication tools and techniques, organizing, facilitating project meetings. And I got 90% in the Model 5 challenge quiz. And the sixth one, closing a project. And we're done with the fourth one. Let's move on to the fifth one. As we don't have much time, the video should be of 20 minutes. We're gonna review it really fast for you guys. I received a grade of 92%, and this is Agile Project Management. And as you guys can see that there are 4 modules and they are all marked green as I have completed them all. Let's move on to the sixth one, which is the most important of all, which says capstone applying project management in the real world. Let's review it for you guys. I received an 88.43% in this, which is not really nice. And caps, it was the hardest one for me. And as you guys can see that I have completed all the 4 modules of it as well. So let's go to the specialization certificate, and I'll show you guys right now my specialization certificate, which says that I have completed all the 6 courses: foundations of project management, project initiation, starting a successful project, project planning, putting it all together, project execution, running the project, agile project management, and the last one, capstone applying project management in the real world. And it says that I have successfully completed the online non-credit professional certificate of Google Project Management. And here we're going to look at the link given below, and here we can see that here's my certificate, and it says completed by Amazon Gafar. And this is all for today. Thank you so much.